Today we're coming to you from the Shiloh National Military Park outside Adamsville, Tennessee. And the park here overlooks the Tennessee River, and that's where we're going to be fishing at today. And today we're going after Sauger. It's one of the many fish species that are in the Tennessee River, and it's one of the most popular and by far one of the best eating. Kind of in on the tail end of the run right now, but with any luck I may be able to run down river and catch a few. So let's just get started right now, and let's just see how many I can start catching. I lost him.
Give me my fish.
He fell off.
That thing pulled twice as hard as a silver.
Look at this catfish.
Oh, yeah, you catch one.
Nice fish. Thank you, fish.
That's what I'm talking about. Get you some of that.
The G3 Sportsman is presented by Yamaha, when you want the best. There he is, right there. That's what I'm talking about. Sauger time. Sauger time. That's a nice one there. Early morning, look at that sunrise over there. And that sauger, that's Tennessee right there. That is nice. I'm gonna measure him anyway, but I know he's 14 inches. You betcha. I got 1.5 inches to spare. And I'm gonna tell you, if there's a better eating fish, I don't know what there is. I'm gonna get him in the live well, and I need 9 more for my limit. And we're gonna eat sauger for supper. That's something else at this here on the Tennessee River, is he's catching these sauger. I mean, tell you, this is just a sauger factory down here. Sauger's a lot like a walleye. In fact, they're in the same family as the walleye, but they don't get near as big. They're more of a smaller fish, averaging 2 to 4 pounds, and 4 pounds being in the top of the scale there as far as size. They got more of a few more spots on them than just a walleye does, but they eat just the same. And that's what we're after today, is a few more of them bad boys, because a tastier fish I've not had. That right there is going to throw some waves on me. Boy, I don't know what that is, but boy, it's big. I don't even think it's a fish. Yeah, it is. It come out and I foul hooked him and lassoed him. Ain't that some crap? Let's see how big he is. Oh yeah. There's another one, 14 inches. All right. Boy, he flashed me right in the face. Right in the face. I got over here and had to change colors a while ago. I was using just regular lime and green, and now I switched to that little orange head with a little chartreuse long john as a trailer. goofy looking little old jigs, these Sauger jigs, they come in a multitude of colors. And you just kind of got to find one that works. And hopefully that's going to be the color combination for me today. You know, here this Battle of Shiloh was really the turning point for this for the Civil War, being that in the beginning of the war, you know, the South was more or less invading, you know, the Northern Territory. So as the war went on and it started swinging more towards the Union, then, you know, the South had a big stand here at Shiloh. This was going to be where they were going to gain momentum again. But in losing this war right here, it was pretty much evident that that the South was, you know, not going to reign supreme in the war. And you know, much to the credit of the Union, they you know, they kept this place pristine and kept it the way it always has been, and even up to today, you know, with the Park Service here and all, they've kept this area pretty much exactly the way it was during the battle. And I think it's really neat how they've got everything strategically set up, that pretty much choreographed how the war went on, and with the tours that they have and all. It's a really neat place. I enjoy coming over here every time I get down there. It's a really, really neat place. Come on, bug boy. Get on up here where I can see you. There we go. Oh yeah. Let's take a quick peek. 14 inches on the nose. I'm gonna take a look at this Sauger here. Get an idea of what he looks like compared to a walleye. You can see those little splotches and all on there. Now he's all bowed up right now. This is a little male. I think you can kind of tell. It's not that he's happy to see me, but you know, very, very, very similar to a walleye. You know, you can see that they've got the teeth and all too. But yeah, he's definitely doing some serious milkage here. And but they're similar, more of a copper, bronzy color fish, you know, versus the walleye. But still, nonetheless, I mean, they're just great eating fish, and he is milking my boat. Jeez, that guy right there now. I don't care what kind of species it is. Them males get that excited around me, I ain't too crazy about it. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I just don't cotton to that stuff. I sure don't. I'll see if I can get down there and get another one. Maybe this time maybe it'll be a female. I get along with females a lot better than I do males. Got it. Man, I don't know what that is. Holy cow. Sauger man. Ooh. I want you to look at the head on this jig. Look at the head on that jig where it's been banging. Come here, boy. Look at that. I got these little stinger hooks on here, and I didn't say that about that while ago. And I tell you what, that about stung me. That's a little prettier color one than I showed a while ago. You can really see the black spots and the bronze color on him. And man, they just get all bowed up. Not near as big as a walleye. They don't get near as big as they do, but man, nonetheless, I mean, them toothy rascals, I mean, they will get you too. I mean, he will get you if you can see them teeth in there. He'll get you. But man, you talk about good eating fish, more glassy eyes. They're cool fish. Oh, I guess I better. I think he's gonna measure though. Yeah, he's fine. At 14 inch, I'll catch a few of them that are about 13 and 7/8. And I ain't about to get busted on that. I'm about to get a good mess. And hopefully before the run starts, we'll get Eric to put that camera down and so he can catch his limit so we can have more to take home. I'm gonna show you, hang on just a minute, I'm gonna show you this little, what I'm talking about, this little stinger hook. On these jigs, you can see how this thing just sets. That's how I bounce it off the bottom on this Sauger jig. So this stinger hook, what this is just a little added extra to where you can catch them. It's a little old small treble hook that's attached to the eye here. And you just kind of run it through the tail on that long john. And it does kind of, it doesn't take away from the action or anything, but sometimes when them walleye are kind of short rowing you, you can catch them on that stinger hook. It's got the same test line, everything on there that I'm using. And that's just a little added insurance to, just in case that, you know, we don't get to catch him on that main hook. But I don't know who originated these Sauger jigs, but that's what they've been using down here for I ain't no telling how many years. But that's basically my tip for the day on Sauger jigs. I like I say, it's not none of my creations or anything. It's just something that's always been something that people have done down here, and I just adapted to it like everybody else. And hey, I don't knock it. It works. All right, I'm fixing to burn down river a little bit and see if I can catch another couple of Sauger. So as I'm running down river, we'll go to a commercial break. And when we get back, I'll be at the new location catching another fish. That wasn't a bad boat ride. We were right here at the Savannah Bridge, right here at Savannah, Tennessee. And right now we got it's like some 38 feet water. We'll probably get over here in about 30, 35 feet range and drop down. And now we'll see if we can catch a couple more. What it is, just run and gun on this stuff right here. You just kind of follow the current. When they're only running current just a few hours at a time, you just keep going downstream and staying with it. Man, that is a long way up there. Man, I had a fish on right then, lost him. There he is. Come here, boy. I was just getting ready to say something about those. See, and here we go, look here. That's what I'm talking about, catching him on that stinger hook. Bit my doggone tail off a while ago earlier when I was talking about that little stinger hook when they're short rolling you like that. And that right there, that's where I caught him on, was that little stinger hook. I know that's gonna measure. Oh yeah. Good looking Sauger right there. Spit my tail out, boy. All right, he wants a tail that bad, he can have him. I'm getting a good little mess in here now. What I was telling you, if you can see these big, like that one there, and especially this one over here, I'm thinking this one that's over here to my left is the mansion where Ulysses S. Grant had his camp. And I'm gonna tell you, with Ulysses S. Grant having his camp right there in Savannah, Tennessee, that's when you pretty much knew that the war for the South was over. For him to be down here, for a Yankee to be down here, that's one thing. But for him to set up camp here, that was bad. That was bad. But it hadn't been bad for me. I've been catching sauger today, so I'm in a good mood. Good mood. I'm gonna have to bait up again though. That last sauger bit the tail off my jig. Well, I've drifted a little bit too far away now from the bridge, so I'm gonna bait up, probably break camp again and head down river a little bit more and just stay with this current and catch a couple more. That's what I'm all about, just catching a couple more. You know, there's more than 3,500 soldiers buried in this cemetery, and they said that like 2/3 of them are unknowns. My great-grandmother, who I used to stay with when I was little, her daddy fought in this war. And of course, he survived it, thank goodness for her. And she always told me stories about what he had talked about in the Civil War. So, you know, places like this, you know, mean a lot to me because my family fought in this war. That's a pretty decent sauger right there too. Isn't that funny how you hook them? They'll miss it. They'll come at it. Boy, they don't like it when you hook them that way either. Man, that's the wildest one I've hooked. Hook them doggone, they'll swat at it, and you'll just catch them right there in the belly or something. That's a good little sauger right there. I'm just gonna be curious to see how big he is. He's almost 16 inches long. That's a good sauger. That's a good sauger anywhere. Going in the spit. Oh yeah, I better, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. I will have my limit with one more. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here, little fatty. Oh, you got a doggone mouth full of hooks too. About got them in me then. That is my limit fish. And I'm glad too, because for one thing, that wind is picking up. Holy cow, man. I mean, if that had been a catfish, I'd have got him by the whisker. But that's my limit fish on the Sauger down here in Tennessee on the river. You need to get down here from like November through probably the first part of April is prime time to catch these Sauger. Man, they're great fish to eat. This area down here is just rich in like Civil War history. There's a lot of cool things to do, a lot of good eating places and all. That's a great fishery. You can just catch all kind of fish, and right now we're after the Sauger, and man, we've just had an excellent day. Wonderful time. I can't wait to get them clean and get them eaten, man. I hadn't eaten Sauger in a long time. All right. There they go. Whew, man, if I got a long boat ride back now. Long boat ride. Holy cow. Look at the, you don't think I ain't worked that Sauger jig? It's done more the paint off the head of that thing. All right, I'm out of here. Them big old rollers come in there, you better nose into them too. Because there has been times that many a boat's been swamped on them waves. climbing all the way up there, they put their name up there. It says, Jeff says Jesus is #1. I'm surprised that he didn't meet Jesus being up there, falling off that crazy. I cannot believe that. Just to put your name and